Uh, in this tutorial, we're going to talk about how to draw all hydrogen bonds to a particular molecule. And one example we might want to use is a molecule of urea. And urea has this kind of structure. So it has NH2, NH2, and carbonyl in the middle. Right? So this is urea. And so when I want to draw hydrogen bonds to a molecule of my choice. Say we're going to use water molecules for the hydrogen bonds, right? So remember that hydrogen bond, where is it? H bond requires H bond donor, and the donor brings into the bond hydrogen attached to electronegative atom, and H bond acceptor, and the acceptor needs to have a lone pair, right? So it might be helpful to mark where the lone pairs are. So oxygen has 2 bonds and 2 lone pairs. Nitrogen has 3 bonds and 1 lone pair. And that goes back to configuration of electrons on the outer shell, right? And so from here, you can see that for hydrogen bond acceptor, we can have 4 bonds, right? So I will draw it this way. So there is 1 bond here, 1 bond here. And then if I'm drawing hydrogen bonds to water, let's make sure we can draw them correctly. So it'd be something like this. Right, on this one, the same. It's going to be HOH. And maybe here, I'll draw it this way, just to get them both. Yeah. So something like that. That's 4 hydrogen bond acceptor. And then we're going to draw a hydrogen bond donor. Let me switch shade a little bit. I'll draw them pink. So I'll put here for donor. As a donor, it's going to have, again, we use 3 lines. Right, and let's see, I need to get rid of my urea to not make it too messy. And so here it's going to bond to the lone pair of water. Okay, and say same here. And so make sure to kind of carefully draw this out. And let's think of the mistake you don't want to make. All right, so I think I got them, right? So it's also going to be 4 of the hydrogen bond donor. Here's what I want to make sure you don't do. Let me draw this. What's wrong with this picture? If I have, like, say, oxygen and water, could I have a hydrogen bond like this? Right? And this would be like something else, right? No way, because this is bad. Why is it bad? Because we're missing hydrogen bond donor. There's no hydrogen then in that bond. The same way you can't have 2 H's pointing to each other, because if you remember, the nature of hydrogen bond is that we have partial negative on the lone pair and partial positive on the H that's attached to this nitrogen, because nitrogen steals electrons from the hydrogen. It's more electronegative, right? Just the same way as oxygen, well, I don't have oxygen. Oh, maybe this one. Oxygen steals electrons from the hydrogen, and so hydrogen ends up partially positive, and the lone pair is partially negative, right? So the hydrogen bond, and sort of at its core, is just the electrostatic attraction, opposites attract principle. Okay, so good luck drawing hydrogen bonds and counting them.